Alright, and welcome back. Hey all you Panda people, it's me, Panda's My Weakness, and this is my second time recording. Oh, poor Greg. I'm pretty sure his name is Greg. I should have checked, but my camera ran out of storage. But then at the same time, nobody was picking up their calls for the freaking prank call text, okay? This light doesn't look well in the camera. Does that look much better? That looks better. But guess who got a sunburn again? This girl. Yes, I'm a girl. I'm pretty sure I am. I got a sunburn again for my camping video, and the camping video will be up soon. I think it's gonna be up soon. It's gonna be up before this video. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, go ahead and click that info card right up here actually, and you'll be sent to the camping video, but I suggest you sit down and wait for this one. If you couldn't tell by the title, me and my friends thought we had superpowers at one point. This is gonna be 2 stories in one. Actually, I might make this one story and then I'll have part 2 for next time. But I'm gonna be talking about the older one first because this is the one that happened before this one. I have the book in my closet that she gave me before I left for Texas, so I'm gonna go and get that real quick. Alright, so this book has a lot to do with this, alright? So around this time, this is the time I really wanted to be a mermaid. Like, I actually thought I was gonna turn into a mermaid at one point, but let me get into it. So I really wanted to be a mermaid when I was younger, and I actually wrote this really heartbreaking note, which I didn't mean any of it. But I don't remember what it said. It was something about all dreams are crushed or something like that because I really wanted to turn into a mermaid or whatever. But it was like when I was really sad because people were telling me that I would never be able to turn into a mermaid. I just really wanted to be a mermaid. Anyway, you know what is so weird about that is that I have the biggest phobia of the ocean. Like, I hate the ocean so much. Like, it can go and die in a hole and it can leave this earth because I hate it so much. And the reason I hate it is because it's so dark and scary and I hate open spaces. Like, safaris, yeah, I can deal with them, but ocean, no, I can't deal with an ocean. No. If I'm stuck on an ocean, that's the end. That's the end of me. I will die of a heart attack because I'm on a boat on the ocean. Like, I don't want to do cruises. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be near the ocean. All right, no, I don't want to be near the ocean. So this book, is it in focus? All right, it's in focus. Just making sure. But this book started it all. Is it upside down? No, it's just the little tags down here. Anyway, let me explain. So when I moved to Texas, I went to this really nice school. Everybody was so nice there. I don't remember half the people I was friends with, but we had a pretty big group. I don't even remember what they look like in general, but it was very hot at recess. And I have so many more stories I can tell about Texas, but about this one was the most I can remember. But we had a pretty good friend group. I had a crush at the point. Like, I came, second day of school, I was like, I like that dude, he's cute. He probably wasn't even cute, all right? He probably wasn't. But I had a really best friend there, and she is still my best friend. We actually didn't FaceTime too long ago, but she's still my best friend, and she gave me this book, which is Spiderwick. If anybody remembers that movie or whatever. I don't even remember if anybody watched it. I don't even know if it was popular, but she gave me this book, and let me read the little note inside. It says, "Dear my name, I will miss you so I want you to have this. I know you will like it. Love, my friend's name." All right, so I was so psyched to get this like Spiderwick book. I was so happy when I got this. I was like, I get to remember something, and I will always remember this. I will always keep the note that's inside this book, but because I always want to remember it. But yeah. So let me go ahead and flip to the book that started this all. So she started telling people what their character was or what they were inside of this, and she said, what do you want to be inside of this? Like, she handed over this book and she's like, what do you want to be? And I looked through the book and I came across this picture and I was set on it. I was like, I really want to be this. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, so she already gave herself a character or whatever, and she said, I'm this character. And she made up all these storylines about it, and she says, if I touch water, I will turn into this character or something like that. Keep in mind, this was like 4th grade. I'm pretty sure it's 4th grade. So we weren't very smart. But here's the girl she said she was, if anybody can see that. I'm not gonna bother zooming in because I'll then have to focus everything. But this is the girl she said she was. And she said, I think it was something along the line, if I touch water or go into a swamp area. I'm pretty sure it's focused, yeah. If I touch water or go into a swamp area, I will turn into this character. I should have knew then she was a weirdo. I'm just joking. I love her very much. Alright, so then when I was looking through the book, she says, what character do you want to be? and I looked through and I was like, of course I want to be a mermaid. So I looked through and I found this. I found this mermaid and I was like, I want to be this. And I think I used to call it Caribbean because of like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's really Caribbean mermaid. So she did the hair reading. So let me explain what she did here. Let me explain what she did. So she took a piece of the hair. She didn't pull it out, but she said she wanted to pull it out just so she could get a better reading. But she took a piece of my hair, and I was so nervous. Like, you know when you about to like hear some good news or bad news to see if like to see if you're with your friend. I don't know how to explain it, but to see if you get a schedule with your friend for school, like if you're like, all right, let's see our schedules. But you know that nervous feeling, like anticipating, or you really want this, and you're seeing if the person, if you get, I don't know how to explain it, but everybody knows what I mean, right? Everybody knows what I mean. But I was having that feeling as she read this piece of hair, of my hair, like just the tiniest piece. And she looked, and she's running her fingers along my hair like this, and she was like looking at a piece of my hair. It was probably the funniest thing if I look back on it, and it makes me cringe so hard. But she was like Caribbean, or she was like Caribbean, like she said it, she was like
Caribbean or Caribbean.
And then I was like, oh my god, I'm this freaking mermaid. Oh my god, I'm a mermaid. And then she was like, yeah. So what age would I have been? So 4th grade, 10 years old. So she's like, when you turn 10 years old or 11 years old, I don't remember how old I had to be, probably 10 or something like that, or maybe even 9, I don't remember. I can't think right now, but she's like, when you turn this age, if you do not visit the Caribbean Sea, then you will dry up in your bed and release your tail so everybody can see. You must keep this a secret from your family. And I was like, holy crap, this is a real deal. This is the real deal. I gotta get to the Caribbean Sea before I dry up. So I was like talking about, like, I went home and I was like, we should take like a cruise to the Caribbean Ocean or something like that, because I really wanted to turn into this mermaid. I really wanted it. So I was like, we should take a cruise there. And that's the only reason I wanted to go on a cruise, because I wanted to turn into this freaking mermaid. So she said, I remember there was a whole bunch of details about it, like this necklace in this book you will find on the beach, and that's when you know it's your time to enter the ocean or something like that. So we also had pets. Let's not forget that. But we had pets as well. Now, I don't remember the pets or what she chose as her pet, but I'm pretty sure, let me show you. I'm pretty sure this was her pet. Okay, I'm 100% sure this was her pet. I'm pretty sure. And then we have my pets, which I took a nice deal looking for my pet, but I had a pet as well. I don't know, I don't remember what my pet is, but if I look through all of these, I can probably find my pet. Yeah, there's a bunch of scary creatures that I remember looking at. They all seem really familiar. No, that's not my pet. That is definitely not my pet. Alright, cute little dragons. Oh, I think this was my pet actually. Let me make sure that was my pet before I show you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my pet. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this was my pet. And we would always be like, oh my god, my griffin or something. We had names for it. I don't remember what my name was, but we would be like, oh my god, Bobby's up on the car. Or like, we'll be in the carpool lane waiting for our parents to pick us up, and we'll be like, oh, Bobby's on top of the car. Bobby, don't jump, or something like that. And we would be talking about this, and people were probably thinking that we were like schizophrenic or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we were like that when we were younger, and it makes me cringe, okay? It makes me cringe a little bit. And then one day, the tragedy, it hit real nice and hard. And she said she'd bring all of us together, and she was like, and I was like, so is this all real? Because my parents were saying that it's fake or whatever. Because I told my parents about it, and they were like, no, that's fake or something like that. I don't remember what they said, and they're like, you're not going to turn into a mermaid. But then my friend, she's like, it's all fake. It was all fake. I made it all up. It's not actually going to happen. Reality set in for me. Like, literally, reality set in. And I realized that I wasn't going to turn into a mermaid. I was so heartbroken at that point. I was like, I'm not going to turn into a mermaid. It was the end for me. The literal end for me. So that is basically the end for part 1 of We Thought We Had Powers. I have a part 2 that's going to be coming out. I'm actually going to film this right after this video, and that's going to be for the new school that I moved to after Texas. Long story, but I will explain it all in the next video. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like, and if you had any superpowers that you thought when you were younger, please leave down in the comments below, or if you have any cringy stories of your childhood, please leave down in the comments below as well, and I will see all you in the next video.